We are looking at chapter 2 in the textbook, and I have made a section here in the orange for that. That first section was for lesson 1. So we're looking at lesson 2.2. This is about calculating real world percentages. And I am going to be on page 54 in the textbook. And I bought a new attachment for my Apple Pencil, so please bear with me on this. I think it will make it easier for you to read what I'm writing. I hope so. But if not, we'll go back to the other attachment. Okay, this is starting us off with the meaning of percent. And I do want to spend a little bit of time here because it's very important that you understand what percent means. So let's just start with the word itself. Percent literally means for every 100. Anytime you see cent or cent as a root of a word, it's going to refer to 100. Like century is 100 years. There are 100 cents in a dollar. So cent, the root cent refers to 100, and per just means for every 100 in this case. So if you take a look at this base 10 block with me, and this is in the textbook, the first example I want to look at is this one, where they have shaded in blue. I believe that's blue. Yes. Or maybe that's green. I can't tell. But this is 5%. There are 5 of those squares out of the 100 total in this whole base 100 block. There are 10 rows of 10. So we have 5%. That literally means 5 out of 100. So 5% is written as 5%. Then down in the corner, the yellow, we have 4 and 4 and 3. Okay, I'm having trouble seeing that for some reason. It's kind of dark in here. So there's 1. I didn't do it right. Sorry. 4. There's 4%. 8. And then 9, 10, 11% in yellow. So 11 blocks out of 100 is equivalent to 11%. And then up in the top corner, top right, looks like in sort of a periwinkle blue, a purplish color, they have shaded 3 rows of 6. So let me do that. 3 rows of 6. So there's 6%, 12%, 18%. 18 out of 100 is 18%. So that is literally, in its most basic form, what percent means. Now, I want to show you how to convert your percents to decimals. So I'm going to start with that 5/100ths. So we have the fraction 5 over 100. That is the same as the division problem, 5 divided by 100. 5 is the dividend and 100 is the divisor. So to do this problem, you will have to add a decimal. So you'll add a decimal up there. And 100 cannot go into 50, so we'll put a 0 there. Then I'll add another 0, and 100 goes into 500 5 times. 5 times 100 is 500, and so we have no remainder. So 5 over 100 is equivalent to 0.05. So that is the decimal form of that percent. Now, you are not required to use a leader zero in the ones place, but I do it. If not, I will overlook the decimal. Your calculator also puts it in there, so it's just a good habit to get into, in my opinion. Okay, let's look at 18 hundredths. So we have 18 over 100, and so we will put the 18 in the house and 100 outside the house. Add a decimal. 100 cannot go into 18, so we'll add a 0. 100 into 180 goes 1 time. 1 times 100 is 100. And so you will have 8 left over, 0. And then I will add another 0 and bring it down to get 800. And 100 into 800 is 8 times. And that comes out to be no remainder. So 18 hundredths is the same as the decimal 18 hundredths. And let's see if we can do this last one without division, at least without writing out the division. 11 hundredths is the same as 0.11. So for every decimal, there is a fraction. For every fraction, there is a percent. They're all interchangeable. You can use the fraction form, the decimal form, the percent form without changing the value of the numbers you're working with. So that is sort of an introduction, a very basic introduction to the meaning of percent. Well, I was going to try to move that. Let me try one more time. I'm trying to conserve space in the notebook as much as I can. But okay, let's see what the next thing is. I think I'm going to stop this video and we'll pick up on page 55 in the next one.